Women can't survive beach landings. While hearing Commander Williams' voice, Corporal Sarah Devil Dog Martinez was approaching the shore in a landing craft where 2,000 enemy fighters were waiting. On that beach, the most deadly female Marine legend in history would be born. The heroic women of Marine history. Colonel Sarah Deal made history as the first female Marine pilot. Sergeant Leigh Ann Hester became the first woman to win the Silver Star in combat operations. And today, thousands of female Marines worldwide live the Semper Fidelis spirit in the most dangerous operations. Have you ever proven yourself in a situation where everyone said you can't do it? Share that moment in the comments. If you believe these incredible female Marine stories deserve to reach more people, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. This story is dedicated to them and all our heroic female soldiers. Sarah Martinez's story began on the vast ranch lands of Texas. Her father, Roberto El Toro Martinez, owned an 8,000-acre ranch and was a former Marine veteran. He had served in Vietnam and was a Purple Heart recipient. Mija, her father told Sarah when she was 14, "This ranch will prepare you for life. Here, the weak don't survive." Sarah, who woke up at 05 hours every morning, worked 12 hours a day, lifting 500-kilo hay bales, training wild Mustang horses, protecting the ranch from cattle rustlers, heavy machinery operation, tractors, bulldozers, survival training in desert conditions. At 16, Sarah could carry 200 lb hay bales alone. At 18, she became the bull riding champion at the local rodeo. What she learned at the ranch: mental toughness was more important than physical strength. "Dad, why do you train me so hard?" she asked one day. Roberto's answer was clear. "Because life is hard, mija. You must be hard too. Especially as a woman, you need to be twice as strong." When Sarah joined the Marines, the drill instructors at Paris Island were amazed. The 18-year-old young woman was stronger than 25-year-old men. Sarah's Marine training became legendary. Sarah, the only woman among 200 recruits, surpassed men in every area. Physical fitness test: pull-ups, 23, male average, 12. Crunches, 150, male average, 95. 3-mile run, 18:45, male average, 22:30. Combat training: marksmanship, expert level. Hand-to-hand combat, undefeated. Leadership exercises, always chosen as squad leader. Drill instructor Gunnery Sergeant Williams, brother of current commander, wrote a report about Sarah. Martinez exhibits exceptional physical and mental toughness. Recommendation: fast track to combat units. But bureaucracy decided differently. Due to the female Marines not combat-ready policy, Sarah was assigned to support roles. For 3 years, Sarah watched male Marines go to combat while she did paperwork. At every operation briefing, "Martinez, you handle logistics." This Iraq operation was her first combat chance. USS Wasp, Persian Gulf, March 20th, 2003. Night in the amphibious assault ship's briefing room. 200 Marines prepared for a critical part of Operation Iraqi Freedom. Intelligence Officer Major Davis showed satellite imagery. "Marines, the port of Qasr is Iraq's strategic gateway. If this falls, entire southern Iraq opens up, but the enemy is ready." Images showed terrifying defense. 2,000 Iraqi Republican Guard soldiers, heavy artillery positions, machine gun nests every 50 meters, anti-tank obstacles across beach, minefields and water approaches. Colonel Jack Bulldog Williams explained the tactical plan. 3-wave assault. First wave establishes beachhead. Second wave expands perimeter. Third wave secures objectives. Sarah sat in the front row as the only woman among 199 male Marines. The moment she had been waiting for 3 years had finally come. Williams continued. "Martinez, you'll be on medical support and communications backup. Experienced Marines will handle combat operations." Sarah stood up. "Sir, respectfully, I'm also combat qualified. I've been training for 3 years. Ready." The room's reaction was immediate. Staff Sergeant Tank Morrison, 8 combat deployments. Colonel, beach assault requires experience. Martinez is a good Marine, but combat is different. Corporal Hammer Rodriguez, Iraq veteran. Sir, beach landing is physical hell. 200 lb pack, heavy weapons, running through surf under fire. Women. Women what? Sarah interrupted. Sir, I carried 500 lb hay bales on the Texas ranch. I surpass men in physical fitness tests. I'm undefeated in combat training. Gunnery Sergeant Iron Mike Chen, 20 years Marine. Martinez, ranch work is different from combat. Bullets flying, friends dying, split-second life-death decisions. Women can't handle mental pressure. Sarah's answer was calm but firm. Gunny, when cattle rustlers came to the ranch with guns, my father taught me to handle it alone. I know mental pressure. Williams ended the discussion. Enough. Martinez, you're in the support element. Combat assault is the job of proven Marines. Final decision. USS Wasp. March 21st, 2003, Night 23. The operation would start in 6 hours. Sarah was preparing gear in the equipment bay. Although in a support role, she carried a full combat loadout. M16A4 rifle with 210 rounds. Fragmentation grenades, 6. Medical supplies, advanced trauma kit, communication equipment, 72-hour rations, night vision goggles. Corporal Danny Shooter Johnson approached. Martinez, are you nervous? No, Johnson, ready? Look, tomorrow will be chaos. You don't have experience. Stay back. We'll handle it. Private Williams, 18 years old, first deployment. Sarah, my dad served in Vietnam. Says first combat is the scariest thing. Normal to be afraid. Sarah looked at the young Marines around her. Most were 18, 20 years old, many on their first deployment. They were nervous, some shaking. Guys, Sarah said calmly, fear is normal, but we're Marines. We don't run from fear. We run through it. Her confidence surprised them. Corporal Smith. Martinez, how are you so calm? On the Texas ranch, my dad taught me. Mija, fear is a mind killer. Control your mind. Control everything. Morning. D-Day morning. The LCAC, landing craft air cushion, was loading in pre-dawn darkness. 50 Marines in cramped space with full combat gear made final preparations. Sarah observed the male Marines around her. Despite their bravado, many were clearly nervous. Johnson checking weapon obsessively. Smith throwing up from seasickness. Williams praying the rosary. Rodriguez writing a letter, probably his last. The Marine beside her, Private Martinez, same surname, no relation. Sarah, is this normal? This feeling in the stomach? Very normal, Martinez. Everyone feels it in first combat. But you look cool. Sarah smiled. Inside, my heart is pounding too. But on the ranch, Dad said, show fear, predators attack. Show confidence, they hesitate. Intelligence update radio crackled with updated intelligence. All LCAC units. Enemy strength revised upward. Estimate 2,500 Iraqi forces on beach. Heavy resistance expected. Marines looked around nervously. Numbers were worse than expected. Final approach. 30 minutes to beach, the LCAC commander announced. Gunnery Sergeant Rodriguez gave final briefing. Marines, remember training. Stay low, move fast, cover each other. Casualties are inevitable, but mission comes first. Sarah checked weapons one more time. M16 ready, grenades secured, medical kit accessible. Ranch training kicked in. Check equipment twice, regret never. Enemy contact begins. First mortar rounds started falling around LCAC formations. Distant sounds of heavy machine guns. The enemy was tracking their approach. Incoming. Everyone ducked as a mortar blast rocked their craft. Sarah noticed. Several Marines panicking. Johnson hyperventilating. Smith crying. Williams frozen with fear. Ranch experience. Sometimes leaders emerge when needed, not when expected. Beach assault begins. The LCAC ramp dropped and hell opened up. As the first 10 Marines exited the ramp, concentrated enemy fire met them. Heavy machine gun crossfire from fortified positions. Mortar rounds impacting landing zone. RPG rounds targeting landing craft. Sniper fire from elevated positions. Immediate casualties. Corporal Johnson, machine gun burst to chest, KIA. Private Smith, mortar shrapnel, critically wounded. Sergeant Williams, RPG blast, unconscious. Private Martinez, sniper round, leg wound. Sarah watched friends fall within the first minute. Ranch training processed information. When the herd stampedes, smart ones find escape routes. But escape wasn't an option. Marines don't abandon Marines. Rodriguez radio call. All units heavy resistance. Casualties mounting need immediate fire support. Response. Negative on fire support. Weather conditions grounding aircraft. You're on your own. Tactical situation analysis. 50 Marines pinned on beach. 2,500 enemy fighters in prepared positions. No air support. No artillery support. Casualties. 15 KIA, 20 wounded in first 10 minutes. Colonel Williams, over radio. All units withdraw to landing craft, mission aborted. Critical decision point. Martinez, withdrawal order, Rodriguez shouted. Get to boat! Sarah looked around. Wounded Marines everywhere. Smith bleeding out from shrapnel wounds. Williams unconscious, possible head trauma. Martinez namesake, tourniquet on leg, losing blood. 12 other wounded, various conditions Marine Corps values flashed through her mind. No Marine left behind. Gunny, wounded Marines can't move. We can't leave them. Martinez, direct order, withdraw now. Ranch memory kicked in, her father explaining cattle behavior. Mija, when wolves attack the herd, weak ones get left behind. But we're not cattle. We don't abandon family. Sarah made the decision that changed everything. Gunny, I'm evacuating wounded. Martinez, no, too dangerous. But Sarah was already moving. First rescue, Smith, critically wounded. Smith was 75 meters away, taking direct machine gun fire. Sarah analyzed the tactical situation. Machine gun nest 200 meters northeast. Mortar team 400 meters north. Sniper positions in buildings. Approach. Low crawling technique learned hunting wild boar on the ranch. Stay below enemy sight lines. Use terrain features for concealment. Sarah crawled 75 meters under fire. Took 8 minutes. Every second, bullets impacting around her. Reached Smith. Danny, stay with me. Sarah, leave me, I'm done. No Marine gets left behind. Applied tourniquet to leg wound, pressure bandage to chest. Medical training paying off. Carrying wounded under fire. Smith weighed 190 lbs plus gear. Total weight 220 lbs. Ranch training. Sarah regularly carried 300 lb hay bales. Fireman's carry technique, but under machine gun fire. Return trip. 12 minutes crawling, dragging. Enemy focused on Smith evacuation. Opportunity for others. Multiple wounded extractions rescue mission 2. Williams, unconscious. Williams was 100 meters in a different direction, near burning LCAC wreckage. Unconscious from RPG blast, possible concussion. Different tactical approach needed. Machine gun tracking Sarah's previous route. Flanking maneuver. Circle wide right, approach from unexpected angle. Ranch skill. Herding cattle required predicting movement, approaching from blind spots. Crawled 150 meters circular route. 15 minutes under fire. William semi-conscious. Sarah, where? You're hurt, Sarge. Getting you out. Williams heavier than Smith. 210 lbs plus gear. 240 lbs total. Ranch training limits tested. Problem. Williams couldn't help. Dead weight carry. Solution. Improvised drag technique using torn clothing as harness. Innovation born from desperation. Rescue mission 3. Martinez, leg wound. Plus, Two others, Private Martinez and two other wounded Marines pinned behind concrete barrier, taking fire from 3 directions. Sarah assessed. 4 wounded, various conditions. Can't carry all simultaneously. Strategic thinking. Neutralize one enemy position. Create safe corridor. Tactical innovation. Sarah had 6 fragmentation grenades. Ranch experience hunting in groups. Sometimes you attack the predator to save the herd. Identified closest machine gun nest, 150 meters northeast. Crew of 3 Iraqi soldiers. Approach. Leopard crawl technique learned tracking deer. 20 minutes to reach grenade range. Attack. 2 grenades, precise timing. First grenade killed crew, second destroyed weapon. Result? Safe corridor for wounded evacuation. Martinez and companions able to move with assistance. All wounded evacuated 45 minutes after landing. Sarah had evacuated 15 wounded Marines, working alone under constant fire against 2,500 enemy fighters. Rodriguez over radio. Martinez, outstanding work. All wounded accounted for. Colonel Williams. Martinez, get to extraction boat. You've done enough. Sarah looked at beach situation. Wounded evacuated safely. But 35 Marines still pinned down. Enemy controlling entire beachhead. Mission failing ranch philosophy kicked in. Job not finished until herd is safe. Tactical assessment. Sarah analyzed the battlefield like a ranch problem. 2,500 enemies in defensive positions. Marines scattered, demoralized, ready to withdraw. Traditional assault failing ranch lesson. Sometimes one smart wolf defeats entire pack by using their strength against them. Enemy analysis. Concentrated in fixed positions. Expecting frontal assault. Command structure centralized. Heavy weapons advantage Sarah's innovation. Instead of frontal assault, target command structure. Cut head off snake. Phase 1. Command center identification. Enemy radio chatter. Sarah spoke basic Arabic, learned from migrant workers on ranch. Command center located in concrete building, 300 meters inland. Approach. Sniper stalking technique. Ranch training included long-distance shooting for predator control. Phase 2. Infiltration. Single-person infiltration easier than unit movement. Enemy expecting Marine unit assaults, not lone operative. Movement technique. Urban stalking learned hunting coyotes in Fort Worth suburbs. Use shadows, timing, patience. Took 30 minutes to reach command building perimeter. Phase 3. Command center attack. Building held 15 Iraqi officers, including battalion commander, communications, forward observers coordinating artillery. Sarah's advantage? Complete surprise. Nobody expected lone Marine to penetrate 300 meters behind enemy lines. Attack method. Fragmentation grenades through windows, plus follow-up with rifle fire. Result? Entire command structure eliminated. 15 Iraqi officers KIA. Immediate effect. Enemy communications ceased. Artillery coordination stopped. Unit cohesion collapsed. Iraqi radio chatter. Panic. Command not responding. What are orders? Who is in charge? Command collapse results. Without command structure, Iraqi defense crumbled. Machine gun positions. Crews abandoned positions when no orders came for 20 minutes. Artillery teams stopped firing without forward observer coordination. Infantry units, individual groups, no unified command, started retreating. Sarah exploited confusion. Captured heavy weapons, abandoned Iraqi positions contained. Heavy machine guns, Soviet DSHK, RPG launchers, mortar equipment, ranch machinery experience transferred. Principles of operations similar across cultures. Systematic position clearing. Used captured Iraqi weapons against remaining defenders. Psychological impact enormous. Their own weapons targeting them. Fighting retreat became full retreat. Within 2 hours, beach completely clear. Mission accomplished. When Colonel Williams landed with reinforcement wave, beach was secured. 2,500 Iraqi defenders defeated or retreated. Mission accomplished by 1 Marine. Martinez, report status, Williams demanded. Sir, beach secure, enemy neutralized, all friendly casualties evacuated. Qasr port ready for occupation. Williams stared in disbelief. You, alone, defeated 2,500 enemy fighters? Sir, not defeated, outthought. Ranch taught me, work smarter, not harder. Recognition from peers. Rodriguez. Martinez, I was wrong, dead wrong. You're not just a good Marine. You're the best Marine I've seen in 20 years. Wounded Marines surrounded Sarah. You saved my life. Best Marine ever. Devil Dog Martinez. 6 months later, Pentagon Corporal Sarah Devil Dog Martinez received the Navy Cross, highest decoration available to enlisted Marines for combat valor. Citation read, for extraordinary heroism in single-handedly securing strategic beachhead against overwhelming enemy forces, evacuating 15 wounded Marines under fire, and demonstrating tactical innovation that resulted in complete mission success. Policy change. Sarah's performance led to full integration of women in Marine combat units. Proof of concept. Gender irrelevant when skill and courage present. Legacy. Every Marine recruit learns about Devil Dog Martinez. The Marine who proved courage has no gender. Back in Texas, Roberto Martinez read the newspaper with tears of pride. Mija showed the world what I always knew. The toughest Marines come from Texas ranches, and some of the strongest people happen to be women. Semper Fidelis, always faithful. To Corps, to Marines, to mission. Gender doesn't matter when you have a Marine heart. Sarah Devil Dog. Martinez. Proof that Marines aren't made by gender, but by character.